Oh my God. It's E.T. on VH1, Friends.
Hi, welcome to the set of Friends.
We're here for Entertainment Tonight with television's Courtney Cox and television's David Schwimmer.
Sorry, we just gotta get through.
Rachel, Monica, Chandler, Phoebe, Ross, and Joey.
This was such a good show. We all get along really well. We're all friends.
See all the moments from before they were stars. Courtney on Family Ties, Matthew's prom, and Jennifer's two noses.
This is a result of bad plastic surgery.
Plus, the Friends' marriages. How Jen met Brad.
I didn't have a big fat Greek wedding, but we had a good hour of Greek dancing.
Courtney and David say, how you doing?
We wanted us to go over a few more kisses.
All right, come on.
And the dark side of sudden celebrity. From Matthew's addiction
He was drastically losing weight.
to those $1 million contract negotiations.
Aren't we bratty little spoiled actors?
We'll take a walk down the red carpet for all of their golden moments. From their baby steps on the arrivals line
Put a lot of makeup on. I had on cut-off jean shorts and a tank top.
Badass tuxedo. I could say badass, right?
to barely making it to the show.
You're late. Why are you late for a very important date?
I'm late for a very important date.
This year has been such a wild ride for us.
And the winning moments that make it all worthwhile.
My parents, they're proud of me.
The stars who have dropped by over the years. Could they be any more famous or nervous?
I could, maybe die or throw up. The throw up factor was high.
And the day we brought your questions straight to the Friends.
Which one of you would you kill and eat first?
Emily, we hear that all the time.
10 years of memories, 10 years of magic. Join us for E.T. on VH1, Friends. So no one told them that life was going to be this way. 6 unknown actors gathered on a Hollywood soundstage in 1994. Their first show hadn't even premiered yet, but the chemistry was already there. And Entertainment Tonight was the first to witness the bond that would become the Friends explosion.
Hi, welcome to the set of Friends.
Hi, we're here for Entertainment Tonight with television's Courtney Cox and television's David Schwimmer. So tell us about the show Friends.
This show's about a group of friends who all care about each other, get along.
Well, actually, these guys got along so well. When we met them on their set, they had no problem butting in on each other's interviews.
Yes, I am. Need to look at this show.
You call for that? You? Oh, no. Oh, over there, right?
Can I just say something? I just want to say on national television that I'm the...
Just when you thought it was safe to get back to the interview, look out for the props.
Right through this way. Excuse me.
This way?
Yeah, right that way. You got the key to the bathroom? You have the key to the bathroom?
They're going to do you in a minute, Matthew.
I'm sorry, I'm just being interviewed, and and I can't concentrate.
Sorry, we just gotta get through. I gotta get through.
Courtney, once you sit her down, Courtney starts talking. No, JJ, that's actual.
Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? Everyone I know is either getting married or getting pregnant or having a promotion, and I am serving coffee to people. So if that sounds like I'm okay, Monica, you can tell them I'm okay, okay? I'm sorry, Rachel has left the building.
Originally titled 6 of 1, the sitcom that returned TV to must-see became a phenomenon on and off the set. The secret? It's all in the cards.
Play poker, we don't bet money.
That's right. The cast that plays together stays together. Director Jim Burrows even took the entire gang to Sin City to help them bond.
The 6 of us went to Vegas and lost money.
It was so weird. We took Warner Brothers let us have the jet to go to Las Vegas. And we went, and it was too fun. Well, you lose $400 in 20 minutes, and then that makes you feel pretty good. Then I actually won $300 back, and I lost $500 in the next 15. We gambled and had fun and had dinner and then flew back on the jet.
When it really hit me was when I went home. I was sitting in my living room with my dog, and I said, wow, I've just been to Vegas and back all in one evening. It was pretty amazing.
And could this cast be any more amazing? In the beginning, producers looked at more than 75 actors for each role. They originally wanted Courtney to play Rachel Green. Téa Leoni was also considered to play Rachel, and King of Queens Leah Remini could have been Monica.
Joey, what would you do if you were omnipotent?
I'd probably kill myself.
Excuse me?
Hey, if little Joey's dead, then I got no reason to live.
Joey, omnipotent.
I'm so sorry.
Matt says he only had $11 to his name when he got the role.
I remember I didn't have very much money in the bank. It was get a gig fast. I needed a job.
When he was cast as Joey, it changed his life and ours.
Joey was very different before Matt came along. He was smart.
But come on, tell us the truth. No one can be this friendly all the time. There's got to be some dirt, catfights, anything?
No secrets or dirt, or everyone's funny and nice. I don't hate anyone on the show.
I think we really lucked out, you know, that everyone just kind of clicked.
Yeah, we all get along really well. We're all friends.
Friends on friends.
You know, there's not a black sheep in the group, and you know, no one gets on anyone's nerves, and no one gets picked on more than the other. I'm sure that'll all happen eventually, but right now it's been great.
We hope to do this for 6 or 7 years. Or 8.
Try 10.
We love you, man.
That's the thing that's great about this show is that we're always there for each other and support. Trying not to make a fool out of each other on camera. What?
To me, where it's the most accurate is just that they're not always like really kind and sweet and saying the right things to each other. You know, it's a little more realistic than that. If someone says something stupid, everyone, you know, sort of like makes a face or calls them on it. I like when people are being mean to each other.
And you know what we learned about these guys the first day we met the friends? They even turned lunch into a laugh.
They're salmon at the commissary?
Chicken salad.
They're just such hams that that's the problem. They're doing a little skit right now pretending they're going to commentary. They just want to be on TV.
We could go to that Italian place.
I'm doing
how you doing? Oh, you are?
What are you doing to eat?
You gonna come to eat?
What are you doing? Are you gonna have lunch with us? Or
I'm doing ET right now.
You're a little alien guy?
We also have 20-something friends compared to what you I feel them coming back. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
What do you guys want to get to eat? I mean, what time do you want to eat?
No, a new bit.
New bit.
We didn't have a coffee shop to all hang out in, but yeah, it's the same problems. I mean, actually the same problems. It's another bit.
What do you want to go work? I guess you eat?
I'm doing
what an interview. Oh, you are?
Yes, I think all, but the problems I think are the same. I cannot concentrate with this.
Do you know what Jennifer's eating? Did she say what she was going to eat? Say where she was going to eat?
Oh, wait just a second.
I just wanted to hear from Fraser. We were wondering where you were eating.
Well, actually, it's more important than the rest of the cast, so we're just going to go eat now. That's okay.
Coming up, friends before they were household names.
I say like an awful lot, don't I? Gotta get rid of that stuff. This isn't gonna be on television, is it?
Here's my shot for people to know who I am.
The craze over the clothes, the Rachel do, and the red-hot red carpet moments. Hey, Jennifer, who did your shoes? Guys, who did your tux?
I spent a good 45 seconds on it. Came up with this.
And how's it feel when the biggest stars on TV get starstruck?
It's Matthew Perry.
Don't start.
Yeah.
Okay.
And look who's starstruck now.
There's Monica. You know, you sort of feel stupid.
That's next on ET on VH1, Friends. It's ET on VH1, Friends. As Central Perk closes its doors for the last time, we open the ET Vault.
It's unbelievable. It's so surreal. It's just not, it's hard to realize it's you.
We're having a blast. We're having a great time.
This year has been such a wild ride for us. It's amazing.
Friends debuted in September 1994, and by the end of the first season, the show had burst into a phenomenon, true must-see TV. Their faces filled magazines and appeared on merchandise of all kinds. Even the clothes set off a fashion frenzy.
Jennifer, you'll see her in these cut-off little dungarees and cute little shorts and little crop t-shirts.
And there was that must-have Rachel hairdo. But most of all, audiences loved this fresh-faced look at love in the 90s.
Oh,
God, the first time he smiled at me, those 3 seconds were more exciting than 3 weeks in Bermuda with Barry.
Now, did you rent mopeds?
And on one rainy Sunday, the cast was about to receive their first award, the People's Choice.
I've never been to a big award show like this before. I'm really nervous.
No, it's just the biggest compliment we could ever ask for.
Winning the award gave David a chance to answer a burning question.
Yes, for the last time, we are all actually good friends. Thank you. Thanks very much.
This People's Choice Award was followed that year with 8 Emmy nominations.
Like a year ago, we were hoping the show would get picked up.
Though they walked away without an Emmy in 1995, no one at the private post-Emmy party seemed too disappointed.
We just kind of felt like, all right, it's Frasier's night.
We got a couple more years ahead.
Well,
we're the freshmen. We're the freshmen.
Not as easy as it seems, guys. Friends wouldn't pick up the statue for Outstanding Comedy Series until the year 2002. But in the meantime, the show's success made it the hotspot for superstars to become guest stars. A future Oscar winner helped pave the way.
I watched the show, so for me, it's a little bit like, hey, there's Monica, you know? You sort of feel stupid. I was so nervous. I thought I could, you know, maybe die or throw up. The throw up factor was high.
Hey, Brooke, how are you?
Becoming a part-time friend paid off. Brooke Shields soon became Suddenly Susan, and Tom Selleck won respect as a suave older man romancing Monica.
I was scared to death, particularly the first episode. I was just shaking. I just hadn't done this in a long time.
Bruce Willis won an Emmy playing Ross's girlfriend's dad, and Brad Pitt got an Emmy nomination in 2002 as Rachel's high school nemesis. Appearing on the show had benefits. Just ask Chris Isaac.
I got all the free gum I could chew today.
That's pretty much what you look for in a dad, huh?
That and kissing. Mr. LeBlanc. Hi. I brought water. It's spring water like you wanted. It's in the blue cup. The regular pink cup that you like isn't ready right now.
Oh, well, then.
I could run back and get that.
But he was really
I'm sorry to bother you.
Reese Witherspoon, Alec Baldwin, George Clooney, Sean Penn, Winona Ryder, and Susan Sarandon also did guest stints on Friends. Rebecca Romijn turned from underwear model to first-time actress on the show.
Courtney Cox was awesome. I remember she was like, you should do this. I mean, you should still do Victoria's Secrets, but you should also do this.
But there's no denying that the Friends were why millions tuned into the show each week, making it a top 10 show since the day it debuted. With the show expected to make billions of dollars in reruns, the cast took a second look at their paychecks. Having initially signed deals typical for unknown talent, with salaries reportedly in the $20,000 to $25,000 an episode range, the Friends did something unheard of. They stuck together and presented a united front in their negotiations for their first major raise. It took them each to a reported $100,000 an episode. For a while, the media wasn't so friendly.
They gave us all a hard time, and aren't we bratty little spoiled actors to go in and do whatever it was we did.
By its final season, the cast was making $1 million an episode, and they negotiated with an all-for-one attitude.
We wanted to be paid the same because we felt that was fair.
Who says money changes everything? The friendships formed in Central Perk are priceless.
Unfortunately, we have to walk around holding each other like this all the time.
This is the one problem.
So it's kind of difficult.
That's the big problem.
Sleek, stylish, sexy mainstays of the red carpet, the Friends have mastered the fine art of the arrival. Well, almost.
Hi, you're late. Why are you late for a very important date?
I'm late for a very important date, but that's the great thing about being in an ensemble. You know, all 5 of them are in there. I can just come in.
They just sneak in at the last second?
Yeah, exactly.
This wasn't the first time E.T. found Matthew in an awards rush.
I spent a good 45 seconds on it. Came up with this. Last year, though, at the awards, the whole serving staff had the exact same tuxedo as me, so it was kind of embarrassing.
And nothing to say on camera. Calvin Klein talks. There it is.
At the SAG Awards in 1996, Courtney thought there was little chance they'd take home the honor. So she decided to skip the usual preps.
This is the first time I actually didn't do hair or makeup, thinking, well, we're just going to go and have a little fun and support Lisa. But here I am looking like this, and we won. So there you go.
The night taught Courtney a valuable lesson when Emmy time rolled around.
And what do you do to get ready for TV's biggest night? Put a lot of makeup on.
Heat caused Matt to have trouble remembering what he was wearing at the 1995 Emmys.
The tux is on Hugo Boss. Sorry.
What?
Yeah, okay, Hugo Boss.
And the hair?
And the hair I did after I got out of the shower.
A dislocated shoulder forced Matt to use a sling in Emmys '96. It was a standout, along with Calvin Klein, which Matt aptly described.
Badass tuxedo. I could say badass, right? Badass.
Badass Calvin Klein tuxedo. And this is, I affectionately labeled Matt a count this evening. When I saw him, I was like, he's got the count look going on. Very chic, very classic.
Thanks. That's not what he really said in the car.
Jennifer's 1999 Emmy pick was this Randolph Duke number. Choosing a dress really wasn't all that complicated.
You get a couple and you just sort of go with what you feel the most comfortable in. Yeah. And you never know. At the end of it, you're always going, I don't know.
Lisa has generally opted for understated elegance. The look served her well when she won the award in 1998 and talked with E.T. immediately after giving her acceptance speech.
Hello? It's Mom? It's my parents. That's what I want. They're proud of me. I should say they are. This is being filmed, just so you know right now.
You're on the camera.
Tell her she's going to be on Entertainment Tonight. You'll be, oh good. That's it.
Winning is great. That's what Jennifer found out in 2002.
How does it feel, Jennifer? Surreal. I'm not good with words, obviously. Talk to these people.
In fact, the whole cast got to experience the thrill of victory, as Friends was honored as Best Comedy.
What are you going to do to celebrate? We're going to Disneyland. I don't know. I want to go to In-N-Out Burger.
In 2003, Jennifer suffered a broken toe. She used a cane to aid her. And at the Golden Globes, the pain was eased when she was honored again. And she shared her delight with Mary in the E.T. photo booth.
How do I get one of these? You know what? This is very fun. How do you sit here with your dress?
Now we can look at each other or something. Yeah.
That's good. There was. Oh, we did. We screwed it up. Did we? Oh, well, one more time.
Of course, it's an honor just to be nominated. And over the years, even the Friends have enjoyed stargazing.
I got to sit in the first row, so I've never been that close to Cher. That was exciting.
Well, Dustin Hoffman's around here somewhere, and he's not too shabby.
E.T. has even helped make some introductions.
Wow.
What did you say?
Go.
Did you say
I said,
poignant and powerful?
Yeah, I said everything you were going to say, so it's all out the window.
Okay.
Wing it, wing it.
All right, so I'll talk to you guys later.
Have you ever met Daniel?
No.
Hey, Daniel.
Don't do that.
It's Matthew Perry.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Hey. How are you? Hey, very nice to meet you. Good luck tonight.
Breaking the rule that all actors don't actually know each other.
Yeah, what the hell was that?
And while the red carpet is always a little bit crazy, you can find out some amazing things. Like when a young Jennifer knew it would be show business for her.
I had a plastic record player and I played Annie. Me and my hairbrush. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah. I'm giving away too much.
A fan frenzy is coming up next with Matt LeBlanc and the ladies. Jennifer's $1 Million Wedding, their super VIP guest list, and the bedroom secret she hid from Brad.
I guess the first time we found out was when our alarm went off.
Then, Courtney Cox gets a kooky hubby and a new name.
Courtney Coquette. Courtney Coxette.
And talk about crazy. Remember Matthew Perry's romance with Julia Roberts?
You know, we've gone out on a handful of dates.
Right.
I think he's a lovely person and terribly funny.
And the most outgoing boyfriend's darkest moments.
How did you get the courage to fight the addiction to Vicodin?
It's the personal side of your favorite must-see stars. We're taking off. T on VH1 says goodbye to Friends. We're getting personal with the stars. America's obsession with Friends was equaled only by its interest in seemingly every single detail of their personal lives, starting with their romances. Jennifer's first famous fling was with Counting Crows' Adam Duritz, who had previously dated Courtney Cox. Then Jennifer was in a long relationship with actor Tate Donovan. When she began dating Brad Pitt in 1998, her days of playing the field were over. The two were brought together by their publicists, and the most beautiful couple on the planet were soon the most sought after, creating a paparazzi feeding frenzy wherever they went. Brad and Jen made it official in July 2000 when they tied the knot in Malibu. Fireworks provided a fitting finish to the bash. Of course, it helps when you have $1 million to spend and friends like TV producer Marcy Carsey to let you use their Malibu estate. And forget the Golden Globes. This was the celebrity invite to get. Then couple Edward Norton and Salma Hayek, David Schwimmer, David and Courtney Cox Arquette, Cameron Diaz and Jared Leto, Lisa Kudrow with husband Michelle Stern, and Matthew Perry all made the cut.
I didn't have a big fat Greek wedding, but we had a good hour of Greek dancing and some dancers and dancing and, yes, a bouzouki.
You have to have a little bouzouki at your wedding.
Oh, yeah.
Like all newlyweds, they had some adjusting to do. Brad found out his bride's a sleepwalker.
Yeah, my mom used to say that I would just sort of, you know, wake up in the middle of the night and show up basically in the living room and, you know, and then sort of something that happens. Kind of wander back? Wander back, yeah. Or sometimes I just walk myself to bed if I fell asleep on the couch.
And did Brad know this when you got married, that you might just wander off?
No, not until, I guess the first time we found out was when our alarm went off and I had walked outside.
During production on Friends, Jennifer was doing double duty working in movies. In 1995, on the set of Till There Was You with Jean Triplehorn, she barely got any sleep.
Yeah, we taped last night. Finished at like 1 o'clock in the morning. Had a 5 a.m. call here. Nice.
Courtney was moonlighting in movies too. It was on the set of Scream that she met her future husband, co-star David Arquette, and sparks flew from the get-go.
For that love scene, but we wanted us to go over a few more kisses, perhaps.
All right, come on.
After a 6-year romance with brooding Batman Michael Keaton, Courtney fell in love with a guy who just made her laugh. And in 1998, he surprised her with a unique double-diamond engagement ring.
I just found that it was perfect. It means you and me.
And your reaction when you saw it?
Shock. I was just shocked. Really, I had no idea.
The couple said "I do" on June 12, 1999. Brad and Jennifer's arrival created a frenzy. Other guests included Paul Rubens and David's sister Rosanna. Even the couple's special friends had to present a chip to get past guards. After the ceremony, decoy limos were sent out to fool the press.
Courtney, can we see your dress?
Courtney was the first to change her name. But just what should it be?
Then, looking good. Sounds good.
Then we figured out we could do other things like Courtney Coquette. That's kind of nice. Courtney Coxette. We had a lot of free time, really. I'm going with Courtney Cox Arquette, but with no hyphen.
Is that what's on your driver's license?
I mean, it's for real. It's on my social security card, everything. No hyphen. And eventually I'll just go by Courtney Arquette. Now that I'm 35, I felt like, wow, this is really changing my identity, and it was scary, but it feels good. It feels like I'm really committed.
And surprise, surprise, this unorthodox couple chose a rather unusual inscription for their wedding bands.
It says, "A deal's a deal."
Really? Does yours say the same thing? Your wedding ring?
Mm-hmm.
A deal's a deal?
A deal's a deal.
Yeah.
And let's try to, let's do our best to stick to it.
These kids are so much in love, they wanted to get straight to starting a family.
We certainly do. We're planning on it pretty soon.
Heartache and multiple miscarriages followed. But here's a happy ending. Coinciding with the end of the show, Courtney and David told E.T. they were expecting. And like any expectant mom, we found Courtney struggling to stay stylish.
Don't ever wear, when you go to Sundance, an itchy sweater. And one that kind of makes you look like the Michelin Man.
Now America is itching for Jen and Brad to hear the pitter-patter of little pit feet. She wanted to wait for babies until her friends' days were over. She got a little practice when Rachel gave birth on the sitcom, but knows being a real mom will be a far bigger challenge.
I think I'll handle it well, I hope. But it's not like TV pregnancy where you can take it off at the end of the day.
This is our old haunt. This is where Phil and I and about 12, 15 other people renovated this building, which used to be a big printing house.
2 years into his newfound fame from Friends, David Schwimmer took E.T. along on a visit to Chicago, the city where he caught the acting bug in college, and where he co-founded the Looking Glass Theater Company.
I really miss this city. I really miss these people and the stage.
Friends had just taken off, and David was still trying to get used to being a superstar and a sex symbol.
I'm not Brad Pitt. I'm not this. I'm not a hunk. Everyone has their own, perception of self. To me, I was, just this gawky fool.
But David's self-image didn't stand in his way from parlaying his success on Friends into an eclectic mix of outside projects. In 1997, he starred in the HBO black comedy Breast Men, playing a plastic surgeon instrumental in the development of silicone implants. The following year, David appeared with Harrison Ford and Anne Heche in 6 Days, 7 Nights, and also in the film Kissing a Fool. where he met his girlfriend at the time, actress Millie Avatar.
I auditioned with 7 actresses for Millie's part. Millie was the last actress to come in, and before she even said any of her lines, she was it.
Still single, David is one of the most private of the cast, and he told E.T. way back when that being famous had its ups and downs.
I'm trying to find the balance. I'm trying to find private life as well. You know, I want to be able to go to a Bulls game and just enjoy it.
Phoebe may be the ditziest of all the characters on the show, but as Friends' oldest cast member, Lisa Kudrow is often led by example. She was the first to get married, saying "we" in 1995 to French advertising executive Michel Stern. And she was also the first to have a baby, giving birth to son Julian in 1998. Her pregnancy was written into the show, and 1 month before she delivered, she said the guys were already gaga for her baby.
These are like, you know, young, studly guys, and they just like dissolve into emotion. You know, looking at my, touching the little baby and stuff.
She told E.T. in 2000 that being a new working mom took some getting used to.
Well, it's hard. It's not easy. But I have a lot of help. So I think that's where it's not just me having to hold everything up. You know, there's a big support system.
And that support system helped Lisa attain perhaps the most successful film career of all the Friends. She starred in Romy and Michelle's high school reunion, Clock Watchers, Two Analyze This movies, and The Opposite of Sex, which earned the actress the prestigious New York Film Critics Award in 1999.
This is a big surprise, and it's really nice.
I said I'm good to go.
When we first went off the set with Matt LeBlanc, we found a macho guy with a need for speed. Just 1 year into Friends, we went dirt biking with Matt.
Sometimes the adrenaline rush is just, you get right on that edge.
4 months later, Matt got his hands on a bigger machine, a fighter jet with the Flying Thunderbirds, and he showed off his aerobatic skills.
Okay, Matt, your airplane.
I got the airplane. This is the biggest rush I can think of.
And here we go. I'm ready. Left. Hold it in there. Come on, hold it in there.
1, 2, 3, 4. I did not tell my mother. My mother doesn't know.
Matt was a major league heartthrob.
Good. Again. Okay, back.
I tell you, it's a tough job.
You took off the last
one. It's a really tough job. It's still bizarre. I don't know if you ever get fully used to it where it doesn't faze you at all. If you walk by and there's 10 copies of a magazine with your picture on it, and you're just like, whoa.
And he hadn't found that right girl yet. But in 1997, Matt started seeing model Melissa McKnight. He proposed to her a year later, but they didn't actually tie the knot till 2003. The wedding was on the tropical paradise of Kauai, and we spoke with them a month later.
How's married life treating y'all?
It's great.
Yeah?
It's great, yeah. Well, it's still pretty new, just like a month in, but we've been together for
5 years.
5 years now. Which is...
Dude, you're so married. You're so married.
And now baby makes 3, with daughter Marina born in February of 2004.
She's probably having her way with my wife's breast. That's probably what she's doing right now.
But Matt is also father to a new sitcom, Joey, the only Friends spinoff. Afraid of losing the devoted Friends audience in September, the network scheduled the show in their old 8 o'clock time slot.
Yeah, we're getting ready. We're working on the new show, and everything's going good.
At times, things weren't as great for Matthew Perry. Tabloids trumpeted his stint in rehab, addicted to prescription painkillers. During the 3rd season of Friends, he was hooked on Vicodin.
He was losing a lot of weight on the show, and the cast and the crew were very concerned. He told us that when he looked in the mirror and they saw him, that it was horrifying what they were seeing. He was drastically losing weight.
Matthew checked into the famed Hazelden Clinic in Minnesota in June of 1997, and E.T. talked to him about it on the set of his movie, Free to Tango.
How did you get the courage to fight the addiction to Vicodin?
It wasn't really a choice. It was just, that's what I have to do, because there's so much out there that I like, and I didn't want to lose any of it. You get into a place in your life where you're having a problem, and you either, lie down about it or step up to bat and take your swing. And that's what I did.
Before all this, the only tabloid headlines he made were about his love life. like the time he dated Julia Roberts after her appearance on Friends.
What's the story there?
Well, I mean, you know, we've gone out on a handful of dates.
Right.
I think he's a lovely person and terribly funny and nice.
Their time together was brief, but in September of 2003, Matthew came to the Creative Emmy Awards with his new love, Rachel Dunn. He talked about his buddy Matt's impending fatherhood.
Matt's going to be a daddy, and he's married, and I'm finally bringing a date to one of these award shows for the first time.
The friends are growing up.
Yeah, unbelievable. Some faster than others.
And Matthew's got a thriving film career. He reunited with Friends guest star Bruce Willis on this year's The Whole 10 Yards.
It's a tough spot with me because I did about 270 episodes, and Bruce did 3, and he's won an Emmy. You want to do the rest of this interview sitting on me? I mean, I see you staring.
We'll be right back.
When we return, Friends before they found fame.
You have to put this boy on entertainment.
Cut me out of your last piece.
Matthew with Valerie Bertinelli, Jen with 2 noses, Schwimmer with the Fonz, and Courtney with the Boss.
It was like very embarrassing to dance in front of him for like an hour with like 900 girls outside.
Then, the candid moments of Friends at play and why Matthew's in drag.
Okay, what do I change?
Coming up on E.T. on VH1, Friends. The look at the Friends before they were famous. What if Muddling Through had muddled into a hit for Jennifer Aniston? What if Matthew Perry had found a long-running show in Sydney? What if Monty had made it back in 1994, just before Friends called on David Schwimmer? It would mean that those folks we call friends may not have become the folks we call friends.
I'm going to try to just take it for what it is and make it my own.
E.T. first met Jennifer Aniston in 1990. She was making the TV series based on the film Ferris Bueller and enjoying every minute of it.
That's what makes it fun, because you can just like go a little bit overboard and make it really crazy.
The next time we caught Jennifer, in 1992 on the sketch comedy show The Edge, she looked shockingly different.
This is a result of bad plastic surgery, and I asked for a Michelle Pfeiffer nose, and instead of getting it on my, actually having my nose to look like Michelle's, they gave me another one.
She loved the chance to be nutty.
Well, I would say that the most important thing is to be very specific about what you want. For instance, just to say I would like a nose like Michelle Pfeiffer or breasts like Claudia Schiffer may not be as clear as you may think. I was never a comedian. I studied drama and don't know what happened, but when I came out here, the first job I got was a sitcom, and then it sort of taken off from there.
This is my other daughter, Madeline. She's special.
Then in summer 1994, she played Stephanie Hodges' daughter on a series called Muddling Through. She was working on that show when the offer came to do Friends. It made Jennifer a very busy girl, says casting director Ellie Canner, who helped find her.
For the first 6 episodes, Jennifer was working on both shows at the same time.
Matthew Perry was also working when the Friends team came knocking.
I was not available because I was doing a television show on another network that was about baggage handlers in the year 2194. True. You laugh, and yet that's totally a true story.
I believe you.
So the producers took a look at it and said, you know what, maybe this won't go.
Our own first glimpse of Matthew came in 1988 when he was making a TV movie about a senior prom.
It was a chance for great exposure because the show I did was on the Fox network, and they don't have as many markets. This is NBC. This is so it's a good chance for people to see my work.
2 years later, he was co-starring on the short-lived sitcom Sydney, playing Valerie Bertinelli's brother.
There's a heart of gold, but he just always misses just a little bit, which I think is the way that I am in life a little bit too.
Matthew was 20 and still hoping to be noticed.
Here's my shot for people to know who I am. I guess.
You have to put this boy on entertainment.
Cut me out of your last piece.
Because he was cut out of the last piece, and he's very upset about it. So now, okay, put your face on
This will be cut too, but it's okay.
In 1985, Courtney Cox was lacking a bit in media savvy.
I say like an awful lot, don't I? Gotta get rid of that stuff. This isn't gonna be on television, is it?
Her first brush with fame came in a music video, plucked out of the crowd for a little dancing in the dark with the boss himself, Bruce Springsteen, and becoming the envy of women everywhere.
I just went on a regular audition, just for any kind of commercial or whatever. I had to go into Brian De Palma's office and dance for and I'm not a dancer. So it was very embarrassing to dance in front of him for an hour with 900 girls outside.
Earlier that year, she made her TV acting debut with 2 episodes of the CBS soap As the World Turns, as the friend of equally fresh-faced Marissa Tomei.
I was thinking maybe you could teach me to put a little top spin on it like you have.
Next came Primetime TV and the series Misfits of Science. The Alabama native was loving Hollywood.
So I've been out in California for 2 months and now I want to live there. And I love the people I work with. I'm spoiled. Can't imagine working with anyone else.
The series only lasted 1 season, but Courtney would land on her feet, joining Family Ties in 1987. She played Michael J. Fox's love interest.
I guess if I do a good job on the show and people watch it, it'll open doors for me. I hope so.
By the time the show was canceled 2 seasons later, she sounded like a seasoned veteran.
I guess it's just time to have fun and watch those residuals come in.
You're gonna stay home all day and lounge around in your pajamas?
No, Father. I'm going to the city and I'm applying at a culinary school.
Beverly Hills High School graduate David Schwimmer was no stranger to sitcoms before Friends, having starred as Henry Winkler's son Greg in 1994's Monty.
Greg's real name is David Schwimmer. That is me. He's a wonderful young actor. We were very lucky to get him.
And Friends was lucky to get him, too.
Now, David actually passed the first time he read the script. He'd come off a sitcom that didn't go very well, and he just wasn't looking to jump right back into one.
It's great to be on, a great show, the best sitcom on TV, I think.
Lisa Kudrow was talking about Mad About You. In 1993, she had a recurring role as Ursula, a ditzy waitress.
Ursula, some bread?
Oh, no thanks.
Audiences loved her, and so did Friends producers who saw her on the show and cast her as Phoebe, the wannabe folk singer.
I was reading for shows and looking at shows that are going to be on NBC, so I can hopefully still do Mad About You. And it was pure luck that this was such a good show.
That babyface is 21-year-old Matt LeBlanc in his first TV series, the high school drama TV 101. The show only lasted 1 season, but soon Matt was back on TV, this time in a starring role as the dim-witted Vinny in the Married with Children spin-off, Top of the Heap.
The going gets tough. The tough has to be or not to be. That is the question.
And Matt was already being compared to some other well-known young actors of that time.
If it's going to be said that I follow in their shoes, the next Richard Grieco or Johnny Depp, then that's fine. Those guys are both making a lot of money right now. They got good careers going.
That sitcom came and went faster than you can say Richard Grieco. But Fox loved Matt, so they reworked it and brought him back in Vinny and Bobby.
This is my dream coming true. I'm happy as all hell to be where I am. It's a great experience, and I hope it lasts a long time.
Well, that one didn't, but the next one certainly did. Coming as the show says goodbye, we flash back to the moment the Friends knew they'd made it. They've been on hundreds of magazine covers, but it was their 1995 Rolling Stone magazine cover, just months after Friends began, that meant the most.
Do you remember when you first saw that on the stand?
Yeah, no, it was amazing. That was one of the true, moments where we felt like we had made it. Right. When that Rolling Stone cover came up.
And 9 years later, Matthew still remembers what he was really thinking in this shot.
I'm a man who has his priorities straight. It's a Rolling Stones cover, and I'm checking Courtney out.
This is just the ultimate. We've arrived.
Only Entertainment Tonight cameras were invited along to document the photo shoot. What our rare footage reveals is 6 fun-loving novices poised for superstardom.
See, I'm speechless. I can't even think of the words. Whatever we have to do, we're there. We're completely excited.
Try that, and we can try it without the jacket as well. And let me get you shoes.
I'm sorry. I have nothing.
Of course, the wardrobe department provided Perry with hours of fun.
Okay, where do I change?
You forgot your jewelry.
Right back there. Oh, thanks. Do you have an iron anywhere? Great. Thank you very much. And I'm all set.
He's a bastard.
But we found out there were actually plans for another photo to be front and center.
The logo of the magazine was on a wall, and the cast members were spray painting it. And that was initially shot as the cover of the magazine. This was such a much stronger image, such a much fresher image that we decided this was the cover.
The Friends also posed together on a very special horse.
Each of the pairs of the cast were shot on a horse, and then they were later put together by the magic of computers.
Okay, here we go. Ready?
But Courtney was looking forward to a setup that never made the pages of Rolling Stone.
We're going to do cheerleading, which Matthew Mary's really excited about.
Little pom-poms for me. You get to dress like a really tough football guy.
You bet.
So we'll see if we're actually going to do that.
Back then, the photo game was all new to these six.
Yeah, that's it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Going too fast?
I'm an actor, not a model.
And Jennifer told us what she planned to do when the issue came out.
Buy it. Put sunglasses on and a hat and buy it.
In no time, everybody wanted to know everything about the Friends. But no one could have anticipated the questions ET viewers would come up with for the stars.
My name is Emily Welker. If all 6 of you were stranded on a lifeboat in the middle of the ocean, which one of you would you kill and eat first?
Emily, we hear that all the time.
Very common question. Joey.
Yeah.
I would too. I would absolutely Joey.
This is Steve Sabrum from Campbell, California, and this is my girlfriend, Meta.
Hi.
And we'd like to know who had the strangest job before they got into television.
I worked in a swimming pool store.
Did you?
And tested pool water.
Really?
Yeah. That's pretty weird. Sometimes did service calls.
Imagine you need a new pool filter and Courtney Cox shows up.
Gosh.
Hi, my name is Kelly Slade. I'm from Mesa, Arizona. I have 6 children. My question is how to entertain them when I'm watching Friends.
Okay. Have them watch with you.
Good thought. It's a good thought.
Good answer.
And take that snake away from your littlest.
Fans have always had a special relationship with the gang on the couch. They were more than characters on the sitcom. They became our friends. Every guy wanted to date Rachel. Every girl wanted to be Rachel. From the clothes to the coffee, they became our Thursday night obsession. Our friends forever.